Hello, welcome, and welcome back. My name is Rane. The plant chores never seem to end. And funny thing about my plant journey is that I don't seem to get to choose the plant chores that I want to do. The plants choose for me. The other day, I walked into my room and I heard a noise after I passed this area here where I have all my plants on my shelves. I went into my bathroom and I heard this like thud and like this tinkling noise. And I came back and I saw that this begonia had like plopped over and the rocks from the pond were like trickling down onto the glass shelves and onto my floor. This thing has grown so huge and is like so heavy, and it has definitely outgrown this makeshift pot that I have it in, and it won't even stay up anymore. It's just like leaning over. So I need to take care of this. I can see that it needs to be watered. It's feeling kind of soft, but I'm going to propagate this plant and cut it back. I should probably give it a larger pot also, but I'm going to wait until I make my own ceramic pots for that. So for now, I'm just gonna like chop it up, start some propagations, and then I'll just have multiple plants of this, which I will save and then maybe put them into one large pot later. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this watered right now before I do any chopping. All right, so I've got my Saber Thrive solution. Let me just quench this thing's thirst. This is one of the thirstier plants that I have, but it's also one of my favorite plants. Like, look how beautiful it is and how huge it is. I got this off of a person for free because they had a piece fall off of theirs. Their begonia was humongous. I don't know how many feet that thing was, but it was like all like growing on their wall. It was huge. And I can just imagine this thing like taking over my entire room if I let it. All right, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute while I get my shears. I'm probably gonna have to use a knife to cut this. It's pretty thick. That looks like, I don't know, half an inch or something. And I'm probably gonna do just a water propagation with this because I have run out of pond. I prefer to propagate my plants in pond so they don't have to do like an interim step, like having to acclimate it to soil or whatever the new substrate is. It's nice to just put it in the pond, let it propagate in there, and then just let it live there forever. But since I'm out of pond, I'll just do the next easy thing, which is just to propagate it in water. Before I go do that though, I want to invite you guys to a new community that I've started. So I really love interacting with you guys in the comments, but sometimes I wish that I could see more, like especially your plants. So I've had a lot of you guys tell me about your plants. Like I love to see like what kind of plants you have. I like to see like your favorite plants. To me, it's just fun like having the interaction. Like having the YouTube channel is a lot of fun. Like I get to like show off my plants or like share my journey with you guys. But I think it's more fun if we can like interact, where we can like share pictures with each other, like new growth, like you have a new leaf coming out of your favorite plant or any plant or whatever, or like flowering plants. Like I think that would be so much fun. If you guys are into that sort of thing, I will put the link to my community on the screen and it's free. Like you don't have to pay to get in or anything. It will be free, but it will be private. So it's not like Reddit where it's like totally public and everyone can see your name in your comments. Like this will be like a private space and people who enter will have to like answer a questionnaire. I mean, it's like an easy questionnaire. Like I'm just going to ask you like, what's your favorite plant? Like what's your number one wish list plant? And what do you hope to get out of the community? And so that way I can screen out people who are not like really serious about being part of this community. So let me know what you guys think about that and go ahead and head over to the community. Here's the link again, and I hope to see you there. All right, so let me go get my stuff ready for this. All right, so I'm gonna use this knife and I'm just cleaning with alcohol because I can't believe how thick the stem is. So when I first got this plant, and look at it, I don't think you guys can see the whole thing. There, can you see it? It's so beautiful. I love this plant so much. But when I first got it, it was just one stem and a few leaves. And I believe it was this one. This was the original stem, and it's much skinnier than the brand new one that shot out. Like this is practically like a stalk. And I feel like it broke. I think it snapped. It feels really loose. So I'm gonna cut it right there at the base. And then I'll just propagate this in water. and leave this maybe, I don't know, I might cut the end off because it's just so long and heavy. So I'm gonna show you guys the close-up like I always do. So there it is. So I think right there it snapped when it fell. So I wonder if I could just twist it off. No, it's pretty stuck. I'll use the knife. Just gonna like saw it off if I can. This is a pretty sharp knife. There, it came off pretty easily. That's what it looks like. Okay, I have 2 plants now. So there's that one. And I think I'm going to cut off this bottom segment because it looks like it's not that healthy on the end there. But I'm still going to try to propagate this little piece too because I feel like this begonia is super hardy. It's like so easy to take care of this plant. Oh my gosh. If you guys want a super easy plant that grows fast and looks beautiful, like I definitely recommend this, but I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. So I mean, I got this for free and I never got the specific like species name of it. Oh no, it looks like it tore. It looks like the leaf got torn right here. Oh, actually, no. That's just the shape of it. Wow, it's so cool. It's like angular. It's such a neat plant. And then here is what's left over. And I have to like prop it up on these yoga blocks because it's just so heavy. So I'm definitely going to cut it. I'm going to cut it like right here. And then I'll just prop this one back into the pond here. This other one I'm going to put in a glass vase and just let it prop in the water. Okay, chopping right here. Wow, that's pretty easy. And I have no idea if begonias are toxic or not. So I just looked it up and they are pretty toxic, well, mildly to moderately toxic if you ingest them. But I still don't want to touch the cut part because I don't want to irritate my skin. But I'll just go ahead and plop this in. And I think I should probably take off that last leaf so it doesn't rot in the water. I'll just like slice it off. Sorry, leaf. There, so there's that. And this thing won't be falling over, hopefully. And now this part, I should probably cut off that rotten part at the end, and then I'll try to propagate this also. Okay, so this leaf is garbage. Thank you for your service. But this one has potential to live a long life. So I'll get rid of that part. And I'll prop this. I'll have to decide where I want to prop this. I decided to wear my gloves since there's all these cut pieces everywhere. But let me just go ahead and get this one cut now. And I think this is a good spot right here. So let me do this without cutting myself. Whoa, that was so easy. This must be a really sharp knife. So that's my dedicated knife just for plants. But there's that now. And I'm just gonna put this into the pond here. And hopefully like having the 2 stems on opposite sides, maybe will like balance it out so it doesn't tip over when it grows out some more. But I'm gonna have to dig a hole in the pond somehow. Okay, let me get rid of these blocks. All right, I got my shovel here. And I'll just go ahead and dig a little hole. The pond is moist now, so it's like sticking to itself. That's okay. That should be deep enough. And I'll just stick it like right there. Oops. No, I need to make it deeper. I feel like it's not gonna stay. So maybe I should tie it to the other stem because I feel like it's just gonna fall out. It's not deeply enough in the pond. Yeah, I'm gonna tie it together. I could not find my jute string anywhere, so I'm not going to be tying it together. So hopefully it doesn't fall out. I'm just going to have to be super careful with it. And I need to go put it in its brand new home over there by my balcony door. And I need to figure out where I'm going to put this tiny little thing. I think I'll put it in with my neon pothos propagation. We'll see if it fits in there. All right, let's see if I can get this in. Yeah, that'll work. That's just fine. Here is another plant that I found that had fallen over on its side. So I think this is a climber. Oh, see, look, it wants to tip over. Um, but it kind of like grows out to the side, and then I think it's looking for something to climb on. And I'm not going to give it a pole, a moss pole, or a stake. I'm just going to continuously cut it back. So I'm going to cut off like the top few leaves, and they're very beautiful. They have really nice milky white sectoral variegation on them, and I love that look so much. Like there's not so much of that at the bottom, like the bottom part. This is my white princess. So I love the pink on the stems. That's very beautiful. I do not like the growth habits, like the way that this thing grows, but I do love the leaves. So I'm going to start a new plant with the top cutting, and that will be like my white princess. And the bottom part will just be like my propagation plant. And as you can see, it's getting kind of crispy down here. This plant drinks a lot of water, and then I don't notice that the soil dries out. It's like drying out super quick. So it's been getting a little bit too dry, and it is like so satisfying to peel off these leaves. Oh my gosh. Okay, but I am going to, let's see, which leaves should I keep? I think I'll just cut right here, and I'll have 1, 2, 3 leaves for my propagation. And I was thinking about doing air layering with this plant, but I feel like that's a little bit too much work. I feel like it's just so easy to just chop it and put it in water. And if it had pond, I would put it in pond, but the plant is tipping over, so I need to take care of it right now. Here's a close-up of the leaves. I love the white, and milky white is my favorite. This is the second leaf. So there's some nice white right there. And there's a little bit of yellowing happening there, maybe from being too dry. And then here is the third leaf. Looks pretty. Also some yellowing on there. I need to keep on top of watering. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it right there. And there's the top cutting. Beautiful pink. There is a lot of juice coming out of the cut, and it smells fragrant. It's like, it almost reminds me of pine. Wow, it smells nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this thing. It looks dead. So hopefully this is gonna root well for me. This is my first time propagating a white philodendron. So hopefully it goes well. And I still need to find a propagation station for this. I don't know what I'm gonna use for it just yet. Let me go look around. So I decided to use this plastic cup. Somebody gave me all these plastic cups, and I decided to use them for my plants instead of drinking out of them one time only. So it fits in perfectly, but I totally forgot to let my begonias scab over after I cut them. Oops. But I think it'll be fine. I feel like that begonia is like impossible to kill. But I am gonna let my white princess scab over, so I'll just leave this out for a few hours, I guess, and then I'll put it in the water. And I need to clean this guy up. I'm gonna take off all of these yellowing, dying leaves. This poor plant. I need to really stay on top of watering this thing. I do love leaves. It's not one of my favorite plants, but the variegation is so nice on the leaves. Oh, these like feel really soft. I hope it's not from overwatering. Sometimes I can't tell. It's like from overwatering or underwatering. I'm pretty sure it's been dehydrated. Okay, that looks much better. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in its home. And I got a new grow light, and I've actually had it for a while and I just haven't put it in its place yet. I got it for my shelves back here. So I have one grow light over here, a tall standing one, and then I got another like shelf one. I forget what it looks like by now, but it's gonna go on the very top shelf so that it can cover like the top left at least, because I feel like those plants are not getting as much light as the ones on this side. So let me take care of this and open up the box. So I totally just opened the box and talked to my camera this whole time, and it wasn't even recording. But here's what my light looks like. It's very skinny bars, 2 bars that are connected, and it has an automatic timer on it, which I love. And my tall standing one over here does not have an automatic timer, so I have to like turn it on and off by myself, which is fine. I mean, it's in my bedroom, so it's easy and convenient for me, but like this makes it way more convenient. And I was saying that it has a USB plug that just goes into this plug that came with it. And I got this off of Amazon. Here's the box. Most think, have you guys used this before? Like, what do you think of this? Like, I don't have a link or anything. I don't do like the affiliate links or anything like that. Like, I'm just sharing my journey with you guys. And so this is what I got. So I'm going to test it out and see if it works. And hopefully it does, because I think I've had this for weeks and I don't know if I can return it at this point. So please, I hope it works. But it comes with these zip tie things and screws, but there's no sticky tabs, which I wish it had sticky tabs because that would be much easier for me. Like, I don't want to screw into my shelves up there, but I'll see if I can somehow use the zip ties, but we'll see. So this is the shelf that I'm going to put it on, and as you can see, all the pond rocks are here. My begonia was up here on the very top, and then when it fell over, the pond just like spilled all over. So I have my cacti on this top shelf. Like, I don't think you can see the ones way over there, but I wanted to get the light here for the cacti so that they had extra light, because I do think that they need that. So first of all, let me just clear this space off and clean this up. I'm gonna have to pick off these rocks one by one because I don't want to scratch the glass. I'm coming with my glass cleaner. Hello. So it's hours later. My phone died, and I decided to just put the lights up on off camera. So I ended up using the zip ties, and as you can see, I put them vertically on the bars. There's one here and one on this bar right here. And let me just turn it on so you can see what it looks like. So I've got it on the brightest setting right now, and I don't know, it's not that bright. So the bars here where the lights are coming out, like the strongest light is just directly in front of the light. So I feel like I need to put the plants like right in front of it. And any plant that goes here in the middle of the shelf is like going to get low light. So I'm leaving the cacti directly in front of the lights, and I'm going to put like a more low light plant in the middle part here. So I'm going to turn off the lights because it is evening now and it's like in my eyes. But look at this. See what I found? I found my jute string. All right, so it has been several hours, I think, or a few hours. Okay, it's 6 p.m. right now, and I think it was about 12 p.m. when I cut this off. So it's been about 6 hours. Yeah, several hours. So that's what it's looking like. I think it is pretty much scabbed. It seems like it's a little bit wet. I wonder if I should leave it overnight. Um, I think I will just leave it out overnight, and then in the morning I'll just plop it into the water. Like, I already have the cup set up with my water in it. So as soon as I wake up, I'll just plop it in the morning. So thank you so much for watching. I've been doing these plant chore videos much shorter than I was in the beginning. I was making them about an hour to an hour and a half long. And I don't know if that was too long, but If you want to see them longer, let me know. Otherwise, if this works, I'll continue to do shorter ones. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for being here. At this point, I think I have 331 subscribers. I can't believe it. That's a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure that my plant hauls are like my most popular videos, and my plant chore videos are not really as popular. I definitely get more subscribers from my plant hauls than I do from the plant chore videos, but I do enjoy doing these, and I know that at least 100 of you are watching them, so I am going to continue doing these. I wish I could do the plant haul videos every week, but I really have to pace myself with bringing new plants into my home. So since my last plant haul, I have not purchased any new plants, and it actually feels really nice. It's feeling pretty good for me right now to like catch up on my plant chores. And I also want to start making my planters in my ceramic studio, but I have not started doing that yet. The number one reason is because it has been extremely hot, but I also have a feeling that's kind of been holding me back, and I don't really know what that feeling is. But it might have something to do with me not having thrown anything for a really long time. Like I have not touched clay for weeks. Like it's been weeks or months even. So I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So I decided to take another class tomorrow morning, and I'm hoping that the class will push me into like starting to make the pottery in my own studio here, especially now that it's cooling down. It's like in the 80s and 90s this week, so that's going to help a lot. So if you are here also for my ceramic journey, I promise I will get that started very soon, and I am going to try experimenting with the streaming. So the very first day that I start doing my ceramics, I'm going to turn on my streaming on YouTube, and I'm just gonna see what happens. If people show up to watch, that's cool. If not, that's cool. I'm still just gonna do my thing. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, have a great week and enjoy your plants.